Yes, me. I literally just came off the last day of our virtual selling 7-figure challenge and came on here and recorded. So by the time you get this, virtual selling 7-figure challenge will be closed. But I wanted to come in here and give you all the highlights and all the feedback from our 5-day challenge. Why am I sharing this with you? Is because there was so much aha moment from the attendees. So if you attended and you're listening to this, kudos to you for sticking it out and making a promise to yourself and showing up. It was so good. When I say it was so good, if you miss it, you got to make sure you get to the next one. But the message for today on our Monetize Your Influence podcast, we want to talk about challenges. Why I love virtual selling 7-figure challenge so much. We're going to dive deep into a conversation I share with them, and it was authentic and it was real. And I want to share that with you too, because you may be thinking about hosting a challenge or a masterclass and thinking, it's not for me. I don't know yet. I don't know if I should do it. And I want to help you with that. Let's go. So one of the things that we do whenever we host a challenge, the first thing we do is reach out to one of the last thing we did, we reach out to the attendees to get a feel of how they enjoy it. How can we improve? Because you, as a person who's running a business, you're always thinking in one perspective and somebody else may be thinking another perspective. So it's always important and crucial for you to get feedback from the attendees to know how you can improve to become better and better. Because we're not perfect, right? There's always areas of improvement. And those things, those information that we receive, the feedback that we receive are game changers to our business, because it'll help us to reveal if our message is working and the type of people that we're bringing into our space, and if our ads are working or whatever we use to drive traffic. Are we saying the right thing? Are we solving the right problem? Is our problem clear? All of that you can get those feedback when you take a second to reach out to ask, literally picking up the phone, asking the attendees, hey, did you enjoy this? Where did we drop the ball? How much better can we improve? And one of the amazing ladies that I spoke to, she shared with me, she said, hey, I found you on YouTube and you were talking about your book. I love it. The challenge code. And something she said to me that I had to jump on here on this podcast to share it with you. She said that your book is what got me to the challenge. She said, I've never heard the word challenge before used in that manner, because I usually hear it on TikTok and different places that people are hosting challenges like let's go live 3-day challenge, those type of things, or a dance off challenge. But I never really learned the concept or the business model of it. And when she said that, she said, but when I read your book, she said, your book was really, really good. And then you have the virtual selling challenge that kind of tie it together with the information from the book. And I was like, wow, because I didn't know if people make that connection. And she clearly shared with me that they do. They made that connection. And it just goes to show you that people are watching. People are always watching you, whether you believe they're watching you or not. You're like, so if you're saying to yourself right now, I have a small following, I have a small email list, nobody's paying attention to me, I'm not being seen, I want to encourage you to keep going, because my YouTube channel is super small. And for her to find me on YouTube and bought my book and read the book, and then the book brought her to the challenge to find out from a live way of the information that's in the book, how to do it. And on the last day, I shared with them why I'm so passionate about selling one-to-many. Why am I so passionate about the things that I do? And one of the reasons why I'm so passionate is because I know the power of saying something once to many people, and how we can transform your life and build wealth. And that's what I want to get into today. So when I first discovered challenges, which is kind of talk about in the book. When I first discovered challenges, I've been seeing on the internet people using it, people selling that one to many, but I never really tried it for myself until I've tried everything else. And I'm going to tell you one thing why I tried it. If you want to learn more, go to the book, thechallengecodes.com, thechallengeCode.com to get the book. Okay, shameless plug. But I was tired of sitting at a desk making phone calls or waiting on people who schedule a call with me that didn't remember why they scheduled a call, or if they show up, they have to talk to their husband before they make a decision, which why did you get a call if you knew so there's so many different objections that I was facing where it wasn't objections that I couldn't overcome. It was objection as in wasting my time. So I said to myself, there got to be another way. So challenges for me started from me trying to get my time back. Me, masterclasses and hosting challenges, hosting one-to-many events started from me looking for a business model that helped me to get my time back. And so that when you're having a problem, the problem is that how do I get my time back? You start researching this and start learning, how do I do this? And so that's what sparked the idea of me shifting the business model of selling from one-to-one to versus selling one-to-many, where I can say what I need to say to a group of people and give them the opportunity to say yay or nay or move on with our day. So that's where that sparked from. That's number one. And number two, another idea of where it sparked from is the idea that I always heard in the past that in order to make sale, in order to make money, you have to nurture people over and over again. So we in the past have tried so many different strategies, speaking on social media, buying ads. We have showed direct mailing, you name it. We've done it all. We've done so many different moving parts. Billboard. I did a bench marketing, paid for a bench in my local area. I have done it all. And then when we get these leads, we nurture them to death with emails and different things, and waiting that one day they may say yes to us. But guess what? Don't have one day. Your light bill, your water bill, your phone bill, living the life that you desire doesn't have one day. Right? So I don't have one day because I am called and you are called to help the people that you're called to help. And that person right now who's stuck don't have one day to get out of being unstuck. Hear me clearly. So this idea of what I was taught in the past, that you have to nurture them till they're ready and nurture and throw all these things, every single rock at them till they say yes, it never sit well with me. It never sit well with me because I'm like, if I'm called for the people who are stuck now, why am I have to wait to nurture them to tell them, hey, they can get out? Because if you have a problem right now, if you're facing bankruptcy, if you're facing a situation where you want to get out of debt, if your marriage is on the brink, or if anything in that nature that happened to you because life happens, you don't have to. You're not waiting for somebody to nurture you for you to get the solution. You want the answer now, and that's exactly how your ideal client is operating. Right? That's exactly how your ideal client is operating. And knowing this, you want to talk to the people who's ready now, who believe in whatever your perceived value, whatever that your value is that you believe in, whatever your point of view is that you believe. You don't have time to wait for them to get out. Life don't wait. So I want to reach those people who are ready, and I don't want to nurture them to death. Okay, hold on, my earrings fell out. But I don't want to have to nurture them to be able to have to do it. So knowing this, I said, I have to change the approach. I have to change this business model, because if I have to nurture a person, that means they're just not ready. And that's not who I'm talking to right now. They're just not ready. And that's not who I need to be talking to right now, this second, because my mind is for the people who are ready for a change now. And you can't build wealth that way. So when I realized that the business model leave me having not an income problem, but a speed of income problem, I was making money too slow. That's what I realized. I was making money way too slow. So knowing this, knowing that I was making money too, so I had to change my business model. And when we're talking about selling one to many, this is one of the only strategy that I know that you can take a stranger that met you yesterday via online, and they spark an interest in you, and you host a one-to-many experience, whether it's a challenge, a masterclass, virtual event, and then tomorrow they become a client. This strategy is designed for you to make an impact now and make an income now. And that's what was like the aha moment for me when we talk about number 2. That was an aha moment for me that you don't have to wait to help others, and you don't have to wait to make money. So that's why in number 2, when we're talking about, if I should paraphrase this, the mistakes that we believe that has been embedded in us, that we have to nurture people. So I wanted, number 1, I wanted my time back. Number 2, I wanted to help people now, and I don't want to have to nurture them. And that's the power of what this business model really helps to do. This challenge, this masterclass. And why you should host a challenge is based on those 2 things, those 2 things. Now here's the third thing. Hosting a challenge or a masterclass or hosting a one-to-many experience. Another mistake I think that we make is thinking, going back to that making money fast, thinking that we need to make a low ticket amount of money. They come in on low ticket, right? Undercharging, underpricing our services. And I know I am a witness for that. And then expecting miraculously that person is going to change. So let me give you an example. If a person came to you and said, hey, I want to help improve my marriage. I don't want to go through a divorce. And you're a therapist or you're a life coach or whatever expertise you are. There's some things that they're going to be able to know. And with your experience, your licensing, your degrees, and the investment that you've made to know the things that you know, and that costs you a whole bunch of money to know that. So you can answer and have them see a different perspective in seconds. So the reason you're able to help them solve the problem in minutes or in hours is because you spend years of learning how to do it. Years of learning how to do it. And that person who you're talking to, they understand that. And they understand that they have to pay a premium price to get that type of solution so fast. So give you an example. One of the things when I was in the challenge, a couple of ladies that were in there, they kept emphasizing about their age and where they are with technology and all this techie stuff that they're not sure, how do they move forward with navigating the world, being that at their age. And so they're going to this space where they're thinking, I don't know if I can be online marketing my business. I don't know if this is it for me. I don't know that. They just feel like, that's it? Am I at my end? So the perspective that they had in their mind, my job as a business speaking sales coach, I had to shift their perspective and said, hey, hold up now. I'm not going there with you. I'm not having a pity party with you, because what I know, that the only reason we are in the space that we're in with the places of AI and AI twin and the bot and chat GTP is on the solely on the people like yourself who went forth, got the information, and then know what to do and what not to do, and then came back and says, oh, let's package this. Let's put this in a bot. Let's package this. Let's put this in some type of system that we already know. We already got the experience. If it wasn't for your generation, we would have not have known all the things that we know now to be able to put it in some type of system that's more automated, that more efficient. So you need to leverage your age. Your age is a blessing. Your age is a blessing. Your age is a blessing. And you have to understand that. And when I place that perspective, our concept inside of their mind, it was like oh. So you just have to know how to leverage, because there are things that you're going to say that people are going to believe because you have wisdom on your side. You have years on your side that a younger person don't have. And they're like, oh, okay. So one of the other ladies that are listening say, Sherry, I want to speak on that. So she want to kind of echo what I was saying. And she said, you know how you just did that? How you just literally shift our mind in thinking that's just so powerful. I've never heard it spoken that way. But let me tell you, the reason I was able to do that's years of me investing in high caliber coaching, paying tons of money, high valuable coaches to help me to think and shift my belief system and think in a different manner. So when I get people who are speaking that way on my challenges, I am able to shift and change their perspective. I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not, one, invested in myself at a higher level. Not just invested, but in a higher caliber level. And guess what? People will do the same thing for you. They will invest on a one-to-many experience for your high offer, for your high caliber offer. And why is that? Because it allows you to gain skills and ability to be able to help people faster because of all the years of you really putting your concept to work. So that's number 3. So your premium offer is good and needed in a challenge. So that's number 3 on why you should do a one-to-many experience, whether it's a masterclass or a challenge. That you're able to build wealth faster because you're selling your premium offer. This is not a space where I would recommend, if you're doing it live, to sell a low ticket offer, because a person have to think to buy a low ticket. But hosting a challenge or a masterclass, this is an opportunity for you to showcase your best of your best offer. And in that challenge, we rolled out our Be Seen, Be Heard, and Be Paid, where we help our clients within that 15 days. So it's Be Seen, Be Heard, Be Paid in 15 days. I love it. Well, we help them create their one-to-many experience with them. And we work with them for 6 weeks, rolling that out, helping them navigate that conversation, rolling that out. And they're excited about that because they see it in action, right? So now they can go build it and build that masterclass sales machine that they can implement and do it themselves. And I'm just super excited for that moment, for them to be able to do that. So again, you're able to help them do it faster because I have invested so many coaching experiences and masterminds and classes that I've put myself in rooms that I'm able to, okay, you do this, then you do this. So you can cut through the noise fast and get results faster. And people will pay you a higher premium for you to be able to give them results faster. And in return, your wealth is create faster because you're solving high caliber problems. And I just love that. I just love that. And let's be clear. Something that comes easy to you because you invested in learning and got, I would say, went and got the t-shirt. You may thinking to yourself, no, nobody's going to buy this. No, no. High caliber things are things that you know how to solve fast that other people don't know. And you're thinking, oh, it's too easy for me, so everybody would know how to do it. That is not true. That is not true. I had to learn that the hard way myself. So wealth creation is number 3 again. Why I think you should host a one-to-many experience. And the main thing, number four, and then number 5. So I would say I have a total of 5. Number 4, one thing I'm also going to say, which is why I do it so much, why I create these challenges so much, and I love them so much. Apart from the being able to make money faster, the next beautiful thing that you're able to do when you host a one-to-many experience, the relationship that is built within the attendees that are attending the challenge, not with me, but with the attendees. OMG. It is mind blowing. Let me give you an example. One of the ladies that attend the challenge, she was in our VIP, and let me be clear, side note, always get VIP because it goes down in VIP. Okay. So side note, anytime you see a challenge, just go to VIP. Okay. So because VIP is a whole other ball game, and they will vouch for me for that. So in VIP, one of them was trying to get their VIP banner, get it up and running. And she needed help with the tech part of it. And not me, but the attendees in VIP, they were able to help her with getting her Zoom background banner up. And I just watch and observe how a couple of strangers that did not know anybody from Adam are working together to tell her how to download the banner, how to get the background. And we wait patiently to help her and hold space for her to be able to do that. And I just thought that was so beautiful, because a few days ago they didn't know each other. So the experience that you get, that a challenge provide, a relationship, that they exchange information and they exchange social media platforms so they can stay connected regardless if they say yes to my offer or not. That has nothing to do with me. That's just a relationship that they have built. I am just ecstatic to watch that. And that's the power of hosting a one-to-many experience. That's what happened. Over 5 days, they know each other now. And in some of those VIP moments, I was like, sometimes I had to say, hey, you need to go. You need to go. I gotta go. So we were going over the time because the information was so rich. It was so rich. The information that was shared, it was just so rich at the time. So everybody wanted to stay, and it was just such a beautiful feeling. So really building a relationship and have a high caliber relationship, especially in VIP, is something about hosting a challenge that magnetize and automatically do that subconsciously. And I think that's just so beautiful. All right. And number 5, right? The 5 reason to host a challenge, the 5 or masterclass, one-to-many event. Number 5, when you host a masterclass or a challenge, whatever floats your boat, you have a dial-in system that you can rinse and repeat over and over and over. So your system is already designed to host the challenge, the virtual challenge for me. So we just rinse and repeat it. We just pull it out the bag and do it again, right? The email's already set. You may have to change the dates and so on, tweak little things. But when you have a business model that brings you consistent, predictable revenue, CPR, that's why our course is called CPR, it's mind-blowing because you get to really watch and observe what it means to have a repeated system working for you all the time. So make sure when we host the virtual selling 7-figure challenge again, make sure, and we're thinking about maybe hosting it in November, December time. we're thinking about that will be like the last one for the year. We're thinking about hosting around that time. So if you want to get on a waiting list, just literally DM me on Instagram waiting list, and I'll make sure that I add you to the challenge so you can know when it comes up. But if you're saying to yourself, Sherry, I don't want to wait until then. What can I get into so prepare for it? I missed this one. What can I get in? What I'm going to say to you is grab the challenge code book, because the book is the first step. And as she recommended, I said earlier, the book was the first step that I would say. So when you come to the challenge, it even makes sense even more. Like some of them came and did not read the book, right? And it still had an aha moment because we were doing virtual challenges before I wrote the book. All I did was just took what's on the virtual challenge and put inside of the book. I just put a framework in the book. So you don't necessarily say you have to have the book, but a book also complements what we're talking about on the challenge. So if you don't want to wait, grab the book. You can get the ebook, or you can get a paperback. Just go to thechallengecode.com. That's where I would start. And a bonus thing I want to say this, after the challenge was over, what is so beautiful, and I've been hosting virtual selling 7-figure challenge for years. And what I walk away with, and I leave and I end out here, what I walk away with on this challenge, I walk away with everyone, no matter where they are in their business, we had an offer at their price range to help them. I want you to hear that. No one left empty-handed. We had an offer based, if you're just starting out, if you're in the middle, if you don't even know what to sell, if you do know what to sell, if you've done challenges before, if you've done masterclass before and it's not converting, we walk away. Everyone that came to the challenge that showed up walked away with knowing exactly, and I mean exactly, what their next step is. And I'm just blown away, because that has never happened. Usually we have a challenge, someone be like, okay, I'm out, I'm done. But the idea is everyone walk away with an offer that fits their price range and fits their caliber of where they are currently in their business. And I'm just excited, one, that we have that to be able to do that, so everyone can continue in our movement of literally how to turning your voice and experience into a sales machine that generate more clients, more cash, and more sales. Remembering that their voice is billable. So I didn't just have a 5-day challenge and just said, God, goodbye, nice knowing you. The fact that they have the next step. Like some of them bought the book, but they're like, okay, do you have a mini course? If we're not able to go into your bigger offer, do you have a mini course? And I would like, well, we got that for you. So we were able to plant people in different spaces. And I just think that was so beautiful. I just think that was so beautiful. So no one walk away saying, okay, well, she doesn't have an offer for me, so I'm just feeling bad, and that's beautiful. Okay. I went over a little bit. I didn't mean for this podcast to be this long, but it was so full, so full. Make sure you follow these 5 things. You want to be able the model work, because you're able to capture your time. That's what it was all about. You are able to create wealth and make wealth faster. You're also able to turn a stranger into a buyer within days. And that's why we love about it. The community, the relationship that is built. And of course, having a offer for no matter what level they're at, there is something that they could walk away with. And I'm just excited for that. And I can't wait to see you on our next virtual selling 7-figure challenge. This one is a wrap, but that's okay, because all you have to do is DM me the word waiting list, and I'll make sure I personally get you on our next waiting list. And in the meantime, make sure you grab the challenge code. Hey, it's your girl, Sherry Somerville. Talk to you soon. See you on the next episode.